Hey folks, and welcome to a lovely morning here in central Pattaya. We're just cruising down Pattaya Klang, uh, heading west. We're going to make a left-hand turn on Soy Bacow here in a minute, and we're going to go somewhere. Well, we're going to go somewhere because I kind of woke up a little rough and said, "Hey, I need a haircut and a shave today." And to explain kind of why we're doing that, I came to Pattaya for two reasons really. The first one I'll get into now, which will kind of explain where we're going, and that is with businesses starting to open up. I feel like right now is a time when they are maybe most vulnerable. A lot of businesses were able to weather the storm, so to speak, and go through the period where they were closed, and they had reduced rents and they weren't paying utilities and salaries and things like that. But now that a lot of these places are open, they now have to contend with all the overhead and kind of get back to normal. But I think the patronage is probably down. So for that reason, I'm going to come to town and patronize some of my favorite places. This is going to be part one of kind of a two-part series. The first one will be today, the next one in 48 hours. But we're going to start right here at the Nin Barber. So yeah, I would definitely categorize this as one of my favorite businesses here in Pattaya. This is where I got my very first haircut a day after I arrived, a little over a year and a half ago. And I've been pretty much going here about every 3 weeks up until the start of all this to get a haircut. Sometimes I get a shave. Today I'm getting the works. I'm getting the haircut and the shave. I'm gonna do it all up here. But Miss Nong's going to take care of me here. She's pretty good. And V agreed to help me with the camera work, so kudos to her. Although later she kind of pulls one over on me. You'll see what I mean later in the episode. But I want to patronize this business to, keep it afloat. I did have an opportunity to ask how they're doing with patronage through these kind of lean times, but I was referring to the store, and I think she thought I meant just for her and the amount of patrons she had. 30 คน Only 3 or 4 people per day. They would do 3 or 4 people at the same time here normally. All the chairs, most of the chairs would be full. Wow. So yeah, she means that personally she can do 3 or 4 customers a day. So the store's doing better than that, which is good. But the second reason I came to Pattaya here today has to do with the motorcycle project I'm working on. So while I get my hair cut here, we'll come back to this, but let's cut away and take a look at that. So yeah, I came here the other day to check on the bike, and the block is done. That's back in the bike. We'll look at that in a second. But they're still working on the head, and it looks like they just stopped working on it. They could set that up easy in one day, but they got real busy here. You can see how many bikes they got in there. But the block is done. The pistons are back in. It's been bored and honed, and they're waiting to get the head all set up and back in, and trying to see when it'll be ready, because in the meantime I finally figured out and made peace with what kind of graphics I want to kind of finish up the project. So in short, it's very simple. It's a very classic look. This is a very popular in Japan. This was a 400S that they called it, and that's kind of what they look like, and you'll see it looks very similar to mine. Well, it will once I get those graphics done. So let's see about getting some of those. So yeah, we're on Soy Porn Pronomet here, just off Sukhumvit Road, a little bit on dark side Pattaya, and we've come to Nana Signs. And Nana Signs is an interesting business, and I'll put the location in the description below. But they've got several shops, I believe, and they do decals, they do vinyl graphics. they'll do a whole wrap. I'll show you some of the equipment they got in here, but basically if you want any kind of vinyl or stickers, decals, logos, anything like that, they can print it up for you. They got the equipment, and they can wrap a whole bike. Now I'm not getting a whole bike wrap. I'm just getting 3 decals made, and I kind of showed you kind of what it would look like. Mine's going to be tweaked a little bit. That original classic emblem, I've tweaked it a little bit to kind of make it my own and to kind of fit in with the bike color scheme a little bit better. But he's going to, take the measurements. I'm just using this one for a guide. It's not going on this bike, obviously, but they were good people, and I think they've got good equipment in here. I've looked at a couple places now, and I think this place looks like they've got their act together the most. There's several people working here, 3, 4, 5 people. 2 or 3 of these great big, I guess these are printers. I'm not really sure what they do, but they somehow produce graphics, vinyl, stickers, and decals. So I think they're going to be able to help me. So I went ahead and put my order in, and you can send them the artwork that you want them to print. And it was very inexpensive. What I ended up with was only 200 baht. Now keep in mind it's only a couple little decals. But I still think that's reasonable. About $6 US. They had this cute dog in there. So yeah, I went ahead and ordered, and we'll get them in a couple days, I guess. So this place makes all kind of vinyl stickers, graphics, wraps. They told me they could wrap my whole bike if I wanted, but I'm just going to get some graphics done, and that'll be the final thing that we need for the project that we're working on with the XJR400. So he's got like a 1-day turnaround on this too, 2 days, 1 to 2 days. So very quick service. So yeah, hopefully in the next week or two we can wrap that whole project up, finish it up, and I can show you what the end result will be. So back at the Nin Barber here, the haircut has progressed quite nicely. We're almost done the haircut here, and then we've got the shave, of course. But I'm no rush here. It's always very comfortable in here, and it's air conditioned, of course. So. Yeah, there are a lot of places you can get a haircut and a shave in Pattaya. A lot of competition. There's some that are more expensive than this place. There are some that are cheaper. What I've found, just my experience, is some of the cheaper ones, you start getting below 100 baht for a haircut. Some of those places don't have air conditioning. So which when you have that sheet that they put on over you, when you get your hair cut, I don't have the sheet on now, but that can get kind of hot. So you kind of want temperature, good climate control in there. So here she'll get me all ready for the shave here. And see, she put this, I guess a little washcloth or something over my eyes there, which is fine. It helps you relax while they're shaving you. But while that was covered up, a little shenanigans went on, and I had no idea what they did until I came home and edited this as I was making the video. I said, what's going on? You'll see here a little switcheroo went on. So V gave the camera to the barber, and then she took over the face massage. I had no idea. I had no idea at all. So I guess I got a little bit trolled, but I thought it was funny, actually. I was shocked that I didn't detect that, but yeah, they pulled it over on me. But it was a good shave and a much needed haircut, and well, here, I'll show you what the end result looks like. Been a couple months since I was here, but good service as usual. Got the full cut and shave. 200 baht. Name a tip, so 300. Probably at least an hour in the chair, I guess. But I already feel at least 10 degrees cooler. So definitely worth it. So after all that, I decided to patronize another one of my favorite businesses right here on the left, the Chunky Monkey. I just call it the Monkey for short. And we'll go in there and grab a quick bite to eat. We got a little hungry after all this, the haircut and the graphic shop and all that. So let's go see what we can get. So yeah, I always feel like I get a little bit more than my money's worth here. No matter what I get, they've got a lot of good stuff. They have daily specials. We're hitting this place, I guess it's only around 11:30 in the morning, and it wasn't quite lunchtime yet. It was a late breakfast, so we just kind of decided to have a little bit of a brunch. And I'll show you what I got here. They call this a Vietnamese omelet, and I guess what it is like 4 eggs that are all cooked together sunny side up. You get this nice big piece of fresh bread too, and I guess they've got some cheese on top of the eggs, some green onion, and some ham. It could be some other stuff, maybe a little bit of tomato, but that's what they call it. So that was delicious. I think it was 79 baht for that. So I think a good breakfast or a good lunch. I called it brunch, and we kind of we didn't want to eat a whole lot, because we planned on having a very big meal later in the day, so we didn't want to ruin our appetite for that. So now with the haircut and the shave, and we did our business at the graphics store, and we got a little bite to eat, I think it's time to go and check in. We're gonna spend the night here tonight. We're gonna spend the night in a hotel. We're gonna go down to right on Beach Road, basically, all the way down at Beach Road. Now, a lot of the hotels, here again, talking about patronizing your favorite businesses, a lot of them were not open yet. So in the universe of hotels, there isn't quite as much competition as you would think, because a lot of them haven't opened. They've just said, hey, we're not going to open here again. It may cost them more to open than it does to stay closed for right now. But hey, if I can provide a little domestic tourism type thing to them, there is a place that's open, a very nice place, and I got it. I think I got it at a good price, because normally it is much, much higher than this. But I don't know if I booked it on Agoda. If I walked in, maybe I would have got a better price. You don't know. But it wasn't a whole lot of people staying here. But that's going to be, we're on Silly 10 here, as you can see, but that's going to be where we'll pick up on the next episode. We'll take a look at our hotel and all the other places we went for our little overnight trip here to Pattaya. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this one off here, and as usual, I'll thank you for watching. Make sure you tune in next time for part 2. But until then, bye for now.